Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? I know this is so quick and an impromptu live stream. Oops, this thing is all messed up here. Hey, Greg. Good morning from Las Vegas. How's Las Vegas? Is it hot there yet? All right. So I did this impromptu Q&A. I usually try to do them on Saturdays these days, but with all my travel this last week to Key West and back, I didn't get to it. It was it's a really sticky situation over there, literally sticky. I think I sweat more in the last week than I have in the last year. It was crazy humid, and you guys are probably laughing at me because you guys all laugh at me about how I talk about the humidity and the heat. Hi, everybody who's joining. So I didn't do one last Saturday because I was in Key West, and where I was at this particular site was just horrible. It was a campsite, and the internet connection wasn't really strong, and so I couldn't do a live stream. So we're doing it today. It's Sunday. I just got back from Key West yesterday, or else I would have done it, but it was a long drive yesterday from Key West. I was supposed to stay in Pompano Beach. I think I'm pronouncing that right. At 8,000 Trails. It's an actual Encore resort. Yeah, no, it was not nice at all. I left. I canceled my reservation. I was supposed to be there for like a week. Canceled the reservation and left, and now I'm at a Cracker Barrel. It was horrible, guys. I've never seen anything like it before, so you'll see that in an upcoming video. But glad to see you guys coming in here. So let's see, who do we have? Sandra, Deb, hello, everybody. Maximalist Minibus, hello to you as well. All right, I'm going to say a blanket hello to everyone. When people who watch this replay, they don't like it when I say hello to every single person in here in the beginning. So just a quick hello to everyone who's joining. I appreciate you so much for coming in. And if you could, oh my gosh, I feel like I've lost my voice a little bit in Key West. I was talking so much to so many people, and then Lily and I were, I rented a golf cart. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil the videos, but I rented a golf cart to get around and for 2 days, and it was, guys, it was a blast. And I was like, hanging out with Lily on the golf cart and at spring break there. And Sandra, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Sandra. She gave me a $5 I guess this is a super chat. Yeah, I can't think. My brain is still on Key West mode. I'm very relaxed, and I barely worked when I was there except to video film stuff. I haven't edited. I'm so far behind in editing, guys. It's ridiculous. So thank you, Sandra. The iced coffee. I'm glad you said iced, because yes, I have my hot coffee this morning, but what I did is I iced it down. So thank you for that, Sandra. Thank you. And it's Canadian too. Nice. Appreciate that. Oops, I had an acorn just drop on the van. It's a little warmer here. I'm in, where am I at? Palm Beach area. And yeah, it's a little bit warmer here. So I stuck myself under some trees and getting kind of some shade over here. All right. So anyways, I feel, back to the voice, I feel like I lost my voice a little bit. Was always trying to stay hydrated because I was so hot, but I don't know, like when I run the fan too a lot at night, and I have all that, I had 2 fans on me, my little USB fans that I have in the back. I had 2 fans on me plus my overhead fan running, and it dries my throat out. So anyways, Michelle Libby says, did you love Key West? I can't wait to go there. Warm in Maine today, 59 degrees. You look great today. Thank you. Yeah, Key West was, I didn't want to leave, guys. I'm not going to lie. I didn't. It was amazing. I mean, spring break was going on, so it was rather busy there, but you know me, I kind of stay away from the super busy parts, or I don't partake. Like some of the restaurants and stuff is just, it's crazy. So I visited food trucks instead. There's tons of food trucks. You can eat out on the beach. You can eat by the beach. You can do outdoor seating, all of that. So it was great. And by the way, 59 actually sounds really amazing to me right now, because there it was, let's see, 80. So a couple of days it was like 82, 83, 85, but with 100% humidity. The weather app was saying that it was like 95 feels like 95, and it did. And in the van, that's just outside. In the van, it was even hotter because I didn't have, so I had shade in the morning, but not in the afternoon. And I had no hookups, guys, none. I don't normally need them. And Key West wasn't supposed to be that hot. So I didn't have hookups. And yeah, I couldn't even run the engine. I will save that to the video too. There's a little surprise there. I couldn't run the engine. But anyways, but I had a blast. It was so much fun. Yeah. Loved it. Let's see here. Terry says, are you still planning on the Fort Lauderdale meetup? Terry, I am not. I'm so sorry to say. I have to go north. I had some problems. Some stuff happened to the van that I need to get fixed. And so I have to leave the area to go, take care of that. So I will have to do it another time. I apologize for that. We had the Tampa meetup and we had the Panhandle meetup, but unfortunately, sometimes these things happen and I have to keep going. So I apologize. There was one other thing that I had to do too that may still happen. I'm not sure. I don't want to talk about it just yet. It was going to be a really cool thing, cool surprise. So I don't know if it's going to happen yet. Anyway, we'll see. Just because I have to leave from this area. So. All right. Okay. Thank you guys for joining. If you haven't hit the like button, if you could do that for me, please. It really helps my videos to be seen more. Looks like we have a little over 60, almost 70 people in here right now. I know this was really impromptu. I did not send out a notification about it. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it today. I just wanted to make sure that I had good internet connection. Hello to everyone chiming in from the UK and Australia. Guys are amazing. Okay. Let's keep going here. I'm going to look at the question. So this is question and answer. I forgot to say that. Put your question, of course, in the chat area, and I will do my best to get to it. And I don't think I have a moderator today. So if you guys see any nasty comments, let me know, and I will try to take care of that as quick as possible, or assign a moderator in here or something. I need to have several moderators. Okay. Linda says, hi Amber, have you been to Sanibel Island? If not, check it out. I have not. Is that in Florida? I don't know. I'd have to go look it up on Google Maps to see. But here, I can do that really quick. Maps, Google Sanibel Island. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, Sanibel Island, Florida. Where is that located? Oh, it's on the west side. Dang it. No, I will not be there. I've already passed through that area, so I won't be backtracking over there. I'm going to be heading up the east side. So I've missed a lot of stuff. So you know, this is the problem with making plans. I had the reservation down in Key West, and I had to really bypass so much stuff to get down there because I took a little bit longer to, well, I started out later, and then I took my eyeshadow, and then I started out a little later than I anticipated coming from the West Coast because, well, one, I didn't actually know that I was going to be coming out here. And then two, I was just enjoying myself along the way. And so I wasn't able to get to everything that I wanted to, but you know, I'll be back through this area and definitely want to go back to Key West for sure. There's so much that I didn't get to do there, mostly because it was hot. Like there's the Ernest Hemingway house that I wanted to go to and I couldn't go because of Lily. The van was way too hot for her to be in during the day. Even in the morning, it was really hot, and it was the humidity. And I had the golf cart, but the golf cart, you know, driving around the golf cart, there was a couple places you could park out front, but I'd have to leave her on the golf cart, and I'm not going to do that. Like I would be concerned that someone would take her, so I didn't do that. Let's see, my gypsy adventure. Did you have some coffee at Cuban Queen? I did. Thank you so much. It was amazing. Their coffee is good. Like I went to some amazing food places. There was this actual food truck called The Jerk, and it was the best jerk chicken I've ever had. I have it in the video. It's like the meat was, sorry, vegans, vegetarians, close your ears. The meat was really good. It was smoked, and it had the jerk seasoning on the outside. It was phenomenal, like the best stuff I've ever had in my life. It was so good. Cuban Coffee, amazing. Yeah, it was so good. All their food was good there. I don't think I had one bad meal ever. Deb says, you have a new hat. I do. I have a couple of new hats, Deb. And, oh, wait, let me see if I can show you my shirt. I'll have to take this down. I got a couple of new shirts, too. Florida Keys. Yeah. I think I was made to live in the Florida Keys permanently, maybe. The only thing I don't like about this hat is I need to put it in like a cup to form this a little better. But how do you like the underside of it? Isn't that cute? Yeah, I thought it was kind of cute. All right. Let's see. Tina's Outsider says, Amber, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty fantastic. I'm, to be honest, like I'm always very vulnerable and honest with you guys on here. I'm a bit tired. I've done a lot, and trying to get to Key West as fast as I did, I drove a lot, and did a lot. So I'm actually going to take a little time off. I may even rent a hotel in the next couple of days because it's supposed to be like 90 degrees around this area, all the way up even to like Jacksonville, Florida. So I may rent a hotel or an Airbnb for a couple of days just to kind of wind down and do some work and stuff. And you'll still get a daily video though every day. It won't inhibit all of that, but yeah, I just need to regroup. And because of the heat, I have a hard time actually working in the heat. So I was thinking about doing the hotel, and I just have a lot of work to do, a lot of videos to edit and get caught up on, and then plan, because I haven't planned really anything now past Key West. So I need to do that as well. So yeah, a lot to do there and get some rest. Sharon says, kisses for Lily. Lily, you getting kisses, girl? I think you guys really loved that video that I put out. I guess it was yesterday, I think, of Lily like running around in the dog park in Destin. Yeah, it was pretty darn cute, I have to admit. So that was cool. I actually realized that I could turn my gimbal from my phone upside down and follow her along. That's what I did with that. That sun is kind of hitting me weird, isn't it? Hold on one second. Let me see if I can fix that. Maybe that's better. Okay. Maybe not. I need some air from up there, though. Okay. We're going to continue on. Okay. Yeah, Florida was, the Keys were amazing. The water, I've never seen anything like it. It was spectacular. Lynn says, good to try to use a diffuser when sleeping to aid your throat. Yes. So, funny enough, I was actually in Cracker Barrel last night and getting some dinner, and they had a diffuser in there. And I got rid of my diffuser for some reason, but I think I just need to find a tiny one. But yeah, it feels really kind of just dry, which is interesting because it's so humid here. And I've been sucking down water like crazy. But I do that. It's almost like an allergy for me when I go into different climates. So I've been taking some allergy meds too because I got bitten so many times. It's the only thing that really helps. Let's see. Thrift, dance, eat, repeat. Is indoor dining allowed in Florida? Let me tell you, there's no social distancing here. There's no mask orders in most places. Now, Key West, everywhere you went, it said you had to wear a mask, but you saw restaurants where it was outdoors too, and people weren't wearing masks, and there was no social distancing in there. So, I wore my mask everywhere I went. Oh, thank you so much, Martin Riley. $50 super chat. Let me slide down. Where's that at? There you go, Martin. Tank of gas, good bottle of wine on me. Thank you. I will definitely need that. I've spent a lot of money on gas. Getting out here, and the wine sounds so relaxing. Thank you, Martin. Okay. So what was I saying? Mask. So yeah, there's banners everywhere in Key West that say, like, over the street that say wear your mask, and people, it's spring break, people weren't doing it, but you know, I do my thing. I've just realized that if I want to travel and do what I'm doing, even though COVID is happening everything, I have to just find the ways to protect myself. So I mask up and I stay away from like those super crowded areas like that. So I didn't eat inside restaurants. I did the food trucks or ate outdoors. I just make sure that I have places to eat outside. There was only one time when I was in Panama City. This video will come out sometime this week where, and I don't think I actually talked about it in the video, but we went to a restaurant and we couldn't sit outside. It was like really chilly, actually. It was very, very cold, but there was hardly anybody in the restaurants. We're like, oh, we'll just eat inside there. And they had the windows open. And then they set this like 10 top right next to us when the whole rest of the restaurant was open. And I actually, so we were just about done with dinner, but we got everything else to go. And because I didn't want to sit next to, a 10 top that nobody had masks on, of course. And so that's the last time I've actually eaten inside of a restaurant. I won't do it. Okay. Sandra Clark says, will you visit Disney World? Lots of free things to do there outside of the park. I will not. You guys, hopefully I don't lose subscribers over this, but I'm not a Disney World fan. And maybe it's because I've had a bad experience, but first of all, I just don't like touristy things anyways. And I just had a bad experience there in the past, so I just don't go. But especially right now, I'm not going to go. I know people have gone and they do social distancing and masks and stuff like that at Disney World, but yeah, I'm not going to go. But thank you. I'm just being honest. It's just not my thing. Debo Pearson says it's 60 degrees in Ohio. That sounds absolutely lovely. Danny, 58 in Vermont. Yep. See, I could do that. Someone else asked if I'm going to Disney World. No, I'm not. When is the Waffle House video coming? Barry. I know. I'm giggling at all of your reactions to the Waffle House because it was just a stupid thing. I kept seeing all of these Waffle Houses everywhere. Like, what is up with the Waffle Houses? It's like in Seattle where there's a Starbucks on every corner. Or, if you go to Scottsdale, there's a plastic surgeon on every corner. And so I was like, what's up with the Waffle Houses on every corner? Like in really close proximity to each other. I just couldn't believe it. So I haven't visited a Waffle House yet, but I'm thinking that I probably should. It does. I'm going to have to keep counting the Waffle Houses. Anyways, it was just a funny thing. Oh, I hear that it's like Denny's. So we had, growing up in Texas, in the Dallas area, we have Denny's. Well, there's Denny's everywhere, but someone I was talking to one of my friends, actually, I don't know if she's on here, Tiffany from Where is Tiffany? And she said, she's like, Amber, she's like, the Waffle Houses were the place that you go after you're clubbing at night, in your 20s and stuff, and you go and you eat. And I was like, well, that's what Denny's was for us, so I get it. So I'll have to go over there. Nina Marshall, do you ever wish your rig was larger? Yeah, sometimes I do. I mean, when I had my Class C, I loved the size of that and the room that I had in it. The sacrifice for being more nimble in a van is less space. So I've talked about this before. There's always a sacrifice in whatever vehicle or RV you're in. So for me, the sacrifice of less space is worth it for the nimbleness of what I drive in the van. And I can pretty much go anywhere. And especially because I'm thinking about traveling more to Europe eventually, and thinking about taking my van over there, it just makes sense to keep what I have. All right, great question. Tina's the Outsider. Are you going to a meetup? Are you going to a meetup on the Upper East Coast, like Midwest area? I'm not sure yet. I haven't planned that far ahead, but if I do any meetups, guys, so I'm not sure if you're aware that YouTube has a community page for us. And if you go to my channel and then look at the top, this is on a desktop. I think it's the same on a phone. It says community, and you can click on that and it has all my posts, kind of like if you were on Facebook. It has posts and stuff on there. And so you can look at my posts and see, it's like a little news feed. And so you can find out if there's going to be any meetups there. So I would just look at that. The only way that you'll know if I have a new post on there is by clicking that notification bell and get so you'll get notifications. And I will say, like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't with YouTube. I'm not really sure what the issue is with that, but anyways, that's another way to get notifications when I have posts there. Great question. Ricky says, how much do you spend a year approximately? Oh, goodness. You mean on what, van life? I mean, I have a, I don't really want to go into that right here, Ricky, only because it's ambiguous. How I travel, because I do this for a living, is very different than how somebody who just wants to travel and has their own job. So I already have a course on this. It's a free course, though. If you look at my description box of this video or any of my videos, or even next to the join button on my channel, it says free budgeting course. Click on that and you can actually see what my costs are without all the kind of travel related expenses that I have that are part of the business side of my budget or my channel. So that's a little bit of a better representation of what I spend. And then it also has a area where you can fill out your own budget. So I would go there and check that out, Ricky. Sorry. It's kind of hard for me to answer that on here, but that's why I did the budgeting course. Okay. Greetings from the Netherlands. Okay. Stacy says, I just bought my National Geographic Highways and Byways. Great book. Thank you. You're welcome. I hope you enjoy it. It's so much fun. Mine is like completely, worn. I've had it for, 4 years now. Yeah, this May will be the end of my 4 years of doing this. It's pretty amazing. Carolina says, are you going to come through North Carolina? I am. I don't know when just yet, but I am. Hello from Houston. Thank you so much. So glad you're here. James says it's raining here in St. Augustine. Yeah, we're supposed to get rain here too in Palm Beach area. But I think, is that the residual effect of that big storm that came through from the tornadoes? I'm definitely going to St. Augustine. I had no idea about St. Augustine and the beauty and stuff there until somebody mentioned it to me, said I should go there. So I started kind of researching it. But what an amazing place. I'm going to definitely hit that up. Tina's the outsider. She said she'll be our moderator. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I will definitely, I am looking for new moderators. So just in case like some of you guys can't be on here, but Tina, I'm going to write that down. I'm using StreamYard right now and I can't actually assign a moderator from right here. Sorry, I'm just writing that down. So I'll have to do it from YouTube. Thank you. All right. Warren Kelly says, you're such a fabulous woman. My question is, why didn't you build a Schooly? Well, I didn't have time, first of all. Schoolies weren't even on my radar in the very beginning. So I bought a Class C RV, and then I wanted to build out a van, but I was impatient and wanted something right then, instead of waiting, how long it would take. And plus I didn't really know what I wanted in a van, to be honest. I don't think I would have done it justice building it out because I didn't know what I wanted. And schoolies are great, but the people that I know that have schoolies, they're not that fast, first of all, and they have a hard time climbing through mountains. It depends on the area you live in and what they're built for. But like some of the people that I know that have had them, they kind of have issues with that. So that's probably a big reason for me. I wouldn't want to do it. I like my nimbleness, but they're really good. I've seen some beautiful schoolies built out. They've got a lot of room in them and all the windows and stuff. It's pretty cool. Okay. Greg's Travel says, when is the best month to visit Florida, temperature-wise? Well, it's interesting. This was actually supposed to be a good month for it, but I think Floridians would probably say January, February would be better. After that, it does start to warm up. And March is spring break, so there's that. This is a little bit, down there was warmer than what it usually is. And by the way, most places are warmer has been warmer this year. So I'm going to give you an example. Two things have happened. Florida, I don't know what it's called. Oh goodness, I just saw somebody drive by and throw their trash out. Sorry, I was distracted. I couldn't believe they just threw it out in the parking lot. What was I saying? Sorry, I get distracted by these things. It's just awful that people do that. Come on. And it's literally right by a dumpster too. They could have just thrown it in the dumpster. All right, what was I saying? Weather. Okay, so they're talking about, or they have already moved up the hurricane season to starting in May, because it's been warmer than it has been. So there's that. And then I know, like, in Tornado Alley, like Texas, Oklahoma, all of those areas over there, they're also, like, they just had tornadoes that came through, and this is March. That doesn't usually happen till like April, May. So I guess with the warmer weather, they're saying we're getting worse, like storms and stuff earlier in the year. So anyways, my point is, I think January through March is probably good. I don't know, probably, I don't know, maybe, I'm guessing that maybe November, December is probably decent too in Florida. Okay. Thank you. Your hat is too cute. Any plans to stop through Maryland? Oh, wow. I love that picture of you. I guess it's your daughter. That's beautiful. Really beautiful. I thank you for the hat. I got this in Key West. It says Salt Life. I like the blue too. I need to wear more blue. So in one of my videos, I was wearing blue and someone commented and I was like, I think I actually look really good in blue too. Maybe it's with my eyes, but anyway, so I'm buying more blue stuff. I will be going through Maryland actually. Yes. I don't know what my plans are just yet, but I'm definitely going to be there. Alligator. I met Alligator actually at our meetup that we had in the Tampa area. It's so amazing to meet you finally. Were you able to visit the dry tortugas? Is it tortugas? Am I saying that right? No. So I actually did try to plan that before I went, and I couldn't go because there's only two ways to get to it. If you guys don't know, Dry Tortugas is an island that has a fort on it, and it's a national park. You can only get there by boat or seaplane. And so there's a ferry and a seaplane company that go out there, and all of them were completely booked through April. And I tried to get cancellations. And people just don't really cancel a lot because it's non-refundable and it's quite expensive. The seaplane is like $360 for a half-day excursion, which is really, I was going to spend it because it was a really cool experience. You actually get to fly over the area. They give you, kind of a short tour around Key West, an aerial view, of course, and then the water and the islands, and then they fly you in to the national park on the seaplane, and you get to snorkel, and they give you all snorkeling gear and all that. It's just really cool. But they were all booked up, and then the ferries were booked up. It's like a 2-hour ride via ferry where it's 45 minutes by the plane, and they were all booked as well. So I couldn't do it, which was a bummer. But I'm definitely going back. The next time I'm in Florida, and it's good to go to Key West, I'm definitely going to do that and plan it a little bit better. So I kind of know all the things that I need to do now that I've been there. And, but it was such an amazing place. I rented a golf cart though. That was cool to rent a golf. Everybody rides golf carts around there, or scooters, or the bike. So, I did of course have my electric bike, and I had planned on riding my bike around everywhere. And I bought a backpack for Lily, so I could put Lily in the backpack, and it's specific to dogs. And it was just, I think it was too hot for her. I didn't feel safe with her on my back, and it was just a little bit big. And so I just thought this isn't going to be a good experience for either of us. So I didn't do that, which is why I rented the golf cart. But we had a lot of fun doing that. It was really cool. Okay, so Cocoa Beach, east coast of Florida, is a must for the laid-back, true Florida vibe. Coconuts on the beach. Minuteman Causeway is best for a light outdoor lunch and best views of the beach to enjoy. So where's that at? I'm going to look that one up. Cocoa Beach, Florida. Have I passed it already? I have not. Woo, score. All right. I'm putting that on the list. Thank you. I don't think I passed it. No, it's in between where I am at in Jacksonville and St. Augustine. Sweet. Thank you so much for that. I will be doing that. Just going to make a screenshot of this really quick so I'll remember it. All right. I'm adding that one to the list. I love when you guys suggest all of these things to me because it really helps me out, especially, because you guys are from here and you know all the cool places to go. Thank you, OHTJ or OTJ. Uh-oh. Bob, who have you had to become in order to get to this point in your journey? Wow. What a deep and interesting question, Bob. Who have you had to become in order to get to this point in your life? That's an interesting question. How do I answer that? I mean, I've changed so much over the years. I would say it was more about shedding layers, shed the things that I didn't want in my life and put some boundaries down, because I'm an empath and I tend to take on other people's ideas and don't always say no to things, and I absorb a lot of their energy. And so really having to learn about being an empath and protecting myself, and knowing that, to be honest with you, knowing that being an empath is okay and a sensitive person is okay, because I was taught as a child, we didn't know what empath was back then. Heck, I didn't even know what an empath was until, 5-6 years ago, maybe. And I got in trouble for being sensitive and when I was growing up. And so I just taught that it was wrong. And so I would hold that in and try to not let that stuff come out. And so I've learned that being absolutely vulnerable and being comfortable with that and being comfortable with being sensitive is a strong point, actually. It's a very strong suit for me, and then being more of that. And so I think doing that and I'm sorry. It's such a great question, and it's very profound, and there's just a lot that's happened to me over the years. So I guess those are the big ones, though, is being really comfortable in my own skin and not being afraid to really go after the things that I want, even if I'm scared of doing it. There's a lot of things that I've been nervous about in my past, and I've been very fearful of it, and I still will do it. I'll still go out there and do it. So just overcoming my fears. Thank you for that, Bob. I love that question. I'm sure I could probably provide a more eloquent answer if I had some more time to think about it, but I don't know. That's kind of the beauty of the live stream, right? You get the raw part of me saying that. Thank you for that. I love those types of questions. Martin says, "Hi, Amber. You're looking more content and happier. I'm heading to Moab next week." Oh, thank you so much. I am much happier. Life is pretty darn good, Martin. And Moab, that's amazing. Moab is a beautiful, beautiful place to go to. If you've never been, there's so much to do there. And go to Chicken Corners when you go there. Go to Chicken Corners. Rent a Jeep. There's a lot of Jeep trails and stuff over there, a lot of overlanding. Really cool place. I think you'll really enjoy it. Chicken Corners is the name of it. Cindy Morrison says, "What brand is your handheld video device holder?" My handheld video, trying to think what it's called. Joby Gorilla Pod is the name of it. And then I also have, for my phone, I have a gimbal, and that's called an Osmo Mobile 3 or 4. I can't remember now. I think the 4 is out. And then what else do I have? I guess that's really it. Oh, and then trying to see what's right at my fingertips. I have this for my GoPro. It's just a little tripod, but I like because it extends, and then it also has little tripod thing on it too, so you can set it down, which is nice. This is just a small tripod one. I've been using my GoPro a lot lately, actually. It's just it has a really good what do you call it? Can't think. I was trying to say gimbal, but that's not it. Stabilization, and it has a lot of good stabilization. I use it a lot in Key West too, because the color on it's incredible. My Liberty Van, hello. Hey, have you already stated, sorry, where you are going next? I have not. I still need to figure that out, guys. So I apologize. I'm uncomfortable here. I haven't figured that out yet. I know I'm just going up the East Coast. And by the way, when I say the East Coast, I'm hitting the states on the East Coast. I probably will go inland some. And you guys have given me some amazing suggestions over there. But East Coast is really the plan, all the way up to Maine. I'll be in Maine somewhere in July because I'm meeting up with some people here, Michelle Libby and Chuck Libby. Meeting them up there and a couple of other friends, and yeah, just seeing where life takes me that way. Michigan, I'm heading to Michigan and then back down to the South at some point. I may even go back to Florida in the South. Of course, it's in the South. Florida. I meant to say Key West. When I'm on my way back, but I don't know. Things are always changing. So I try not to commit too much to things unless they're happening fairly soon, because there are sometimes when I'm in a place where I really want to stay for a while because I really like it and enjoy it, and I can't because I've made plans somewhere else or with somebody else, and I know it's just hard. So I, especially when I've come all this way, I want to like really see things. And then sometimes weather gets in the way. There's all kinds of things, but I will be posting, well, you know, my videos are about 2.5 weeks behind, even the daily videos. And so I will be posting on my community page if I feel like I can share it. I will say, guys, that, okay, when I did the Tampa meetup and the Panhandle meetup in Florida, I had some anxiety about that because I was posting my location real time, and I don't like that. I've never done that. It really actually scares me because there's some people that I wouldn't want to know. We'll just stay with that, okay? There are some people that I wouldn't want to know. You guys can use your imagination. And I really, for me, is putting myself out there with that. And so it really made me very, very nervous. And I don't know any other way to share my location for meetups without doing it like that. So I need to figure out an alternative, because everything is just so public. And so I don't know what that's going to look like. I've considered only doing meetups for people who have joined I don't have Patreon. I have YouTube memberships. So I've considered only doing that because I feel like, you know, maybe that's just a better way and it's not so public. It's a very private area for me and the members of my channel. But then the thing that I vacillate with is that there's so many of you who are not, you know, a part of that, you know, I still would love to meet. And so I don't know yet how I'm going to reconcile that. So I will say that's kind of a hindrance to me doing a meetup. Even in public, it makes me nervous. And I'm sorry. I hope you guys understand. It's just, it's for safety purposes. And I also get a lot of people who tell me that I can come stay with them and stay on their land and stay in their house. And I'm so appreciative of it. But I'm also really careful with those things too, because at the end of the day, like I don't know everybody. Right. And, I just have to be careful. There's kind of some interesting people out there. Right. So, just know that I'm super appreciative of everybody who's made those offers to me, and I haven't taken them up on it, but just understand that I'm also just trying to be really careful. And I don't know some people, you know, some people I've gotten to know that are part of my student group or even sometimes part of my Facebook groups, and I feel comfortable with that. But yeah, I'm sorry. It's just, I don't want to belabor the whole thing, but the point is it's safety. Okay. Safety. So yeah, I was actually really nervous when I went to the Tampa meetup because I had everything out there that was so public. And like I said, there's just some people on there some people who I know who watch my channel that, let's just say less than favorable. Hey, Eric. Eric's on here. Nomadic Fanatic. How are you doing? And now you can stop at Buc-ee's in Florida. There's a Buc-ee's here? I didn't even know that. Okay, I'm going to have to look it up. I did the one in Texas. I love Buc-ee's. I was actually just watching, I stopped by the one in Texas. I stopped by the one in Texas. So I did that one. But this morning I was actually watching Nate and Kara, or Kara and Nate, their channel on YouTube. They did a whole 24 hours at Buc-ee's. It was a great video. You guys will have to go check it out. Such a cool place. Thanks for commenting on here, Eric. Okay, let's see. Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Eric's channel, by the way, if you're not sure, this is a Nomadic Fanatic. If you haven't checked out his channel is way bigger than mine, and he's been doing this much longer than I have. And you're gonna, you'll laugh. So when I first started RVing, or before I started RVing, I watched his channel all the time because I was learning from him so much about like where to go and boondock. He's so great at it, and he's been doing it for so long. So, and then all of the quirky places he goes to, he loves all that. And sorry, Eric, if you heard the comments about not liking Disney World, because I know you really love Disney World. So I'm sure he completely hates me now. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan. Like I said, I've had a bad experience though, so that could change. Okay. Anyways, go check out his channel. He's got some amazing content on there and posts really often. And like I said, I learned so much from him. Okay. Bill Higgins says, you look like you're very happy there in Florida. I am. It's been amazing. And the beach agrees with me, but the heat does not. Did not like the heat at all. Well, not down in Florida. It's the humidity too, but I'm hoping I'll acclimate to it at some point. Gayla Tapley, hello. I just found your channel a few weeks ago. I'm hooked, literally living my dream through you at the moment. Enjoy and keep filming. Aw, thank you so much. I'm so glad you found it. Hopefully, you said you're living my dream through you at the moment. Hopefully, that sounds like this may be your dream too. So hopefully you'll be able to get out there and do this as well at some point. That is the hope. I teach a lot about that, so keep watching. Thank you. Tammy Martin says, happy to see you warm. Yes, it's way better than the cold for sure. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat. Probably should be drinking water and not my coffee. Ann Wilson says, do you ever have money worries on the road? Not generally, no. I mean, I saved up a lot of money before I quit my job and started my own business. So I saved up a couple of years worth of money to live off of until my business was fruitful, and it's doing pretty good. I'm very budget conscious, so I'm always watching my pennies, and I'm trying to be frugal, you know, with how I spend. Living in a van helps with that. As far as, you know, if there were emergencies, I have backup reserves of funds, but I also have credit cards and stuff like that, which I know, like, when we never want to use our credit cards to get into debt, but sometimes it's a necessary evil if you are in a pinch and you don't have the cash and something like happened to your RV or whatever and you needed it. You can always, you know, use that and get out of it. So, no, I don't really have any money worries, I think, anymore. Certainly when I was blowing through my savings for the 2 years after I quit my job, I was concerned. But you know what it did? It made me really push myself to succeed, because I was like, all right, I've got, only 6 months left in reserve. All right, I've only got 3 months left in reserve. And finally, my money that I was making in my business started overtaking my expenditures for the month. And so that is really, really helpful. And obviously it just pushed me, it made me more motivated to get out there and do more and create more content and do more for my business. Like, I could certainly do a lot more, and I just, honestly, I don't have the time. So I've thought about I've tried hiring people, virtual assistant, somebody to edit my videos, and I just can't seem to find that right person. And I actually enjoy doing my videos, and editing my videos is really personal, so it's hard to even have someone to do that. So I do it all still. Okay, thank you everybody who's saying hello. Oh my gosh, so 1325T. Are you going to the space and astronaut museums? Maybe they're less crowded. I am actually. I love stuff like that, so I will be going to a lot of those. I can't wait. I was trying to go to SpaceX when I was in Texas, but it was right during the middle of that horrible storm that was there, so I wasn't able to go. All right. Ooh, okay, somebody here. Suma, thank you so much for your super chat. $9.99. I appreciate it. Thank you. Every little bit helps. Oh, Maury is here. I love Waffle House. I miss the days where it was all you can eat. I didn't even know they had that. Yeah, so Maury is my moderator here. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here. Okay. Stacy says, will you get the vaccine? And if yes, how do you handle medical stuff like that on the road? I don't know. Of course, I think I've thought of getting the vaccine. I don't even get the flu shot, and I realize this is different. I eventually probably will, but right now I haven't. I'm not eligible for it at this point, and I feel like I heard, and I could be wrong about this, but I feel like I heard you can only get it in the state you're domiciled in or your residence is in, which is Texas for me. And I won't be back to Texas until maybe later on this year. So I don't know. And how do you handle medical stuff like that on the road? Well, the vaccine is very different than any other medical stuff. So as far as medical things, I really have to go to doctors. So I typically go like when I'm in Seattle or Arizona in the Phoenix area, I go do my doctor's appointments there because that's where my doctors are located for checkups and things like that. I had the only emergency that I had this last year is I had this, which eye was it? My right eye, I think. It was a cyst on my eyeball, and I just went to a Yuma eye doctor. It was a Yuma, Arizona. Went to an eye doctor there and had that taken care of. But I just looked stuff up, in the area, just like you would if you were in your hometown. But I have nationwide insurance, so I made sure that I have that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You just look people up. You can go to, I do Teladoc too. I forgot. Teladoc is part of my medical insurance, and so I use Teladoc whenever I have some issues. Like I thought I was going to have to actually set up an appointment about a week ago because I know I'm having an allergic reaction to those I have bug bites all over my arms, my legs. It's those no-see-ums. They're awful. And I knew I was allergic to them, and I didn't know how to get rid of all this stuff because it was so bad. Like it was blistering and getting really red. It was gross. I won't bore you with all the details. But I think I finally figured something out that helps it by taking some allergy medication. And so, yeah, Teladoc is great. Oh, goodness. We're getting more super chats here. Michelle, hello. Waves from Fort Worth, Texas. Glad you're enjoying Florida. Give Lily a treat for me. Thank you so much, Michelle. And, these are all down here. Thank you. There's Michelle's. Thank you so much. I will definitely give Lily a treat. Yeah, I gave her so many treats while I was out here that she won't even eat her food now. She does that. She just boycotts it. Cindy Morrison, thank you so much for your super chat as well. Be careful. Some random New Mexico trolled me and called me. Oh, yeah. I am careful. I don't give out my phone number. Not until I get to know somebody. But yeah, I'm very careful. Thank you for that. And I appreciate everybody reaching out to me. I had so many people who reached out about the storm that was coming through, the tornado that's going to be in the northern panhandle of Florida, and making sure that I was out of that because I don't watch the news. So, but I really do pay attention to the weather. But yeah, I was nowhere near that. I was actually in Key West when that was happening. But thank you everybody who reached out. That was amazing. Okay. I'm reading all the Waffle House comments. Waffle House is a must when traveling in the South. I think someone actually said in the comments that I'm going to have to get a t-shirt made up that says, what did they say? Oh, wow, there's another Waffle House or something to that effect. I probably should. That's pretty funny. Tammy Martin says, scattered and covered hash browns, yum. The awful waffle makes a great cheap breakfast. Watch it being cooked. The awful waffle. Oh, that's hilarious. What is this one? Wait till you see all the Chick-fil-A restaurants in Ohio. And did you try the Waffle House? No, I haven't tried the Waffle House. There's Chick-fil-A's everywhere in the South. I actually like Chick-fil-A too. Matilda, geez, missed the beginning, so I'm joining now. I'm so glad you could join finally, Matilda. Yeah, you're usually, I think, working or something. No community info on YouTube. Oh, it's at the very top. I don't have anything here to show you. Sorry. I don't even know where my phone is at. Goodness. It's at the very top. I'll do a screenshot of it and post it. Can I even do that on here? I think I can. I'm so horrible sometimes with the technology on this. Alrighty. Sandra says, how hard is traveling with a dog? It's not too hard, actually. It's just, like when I was in Key West, I wasn't able to do a few things because I had her. So it does sometimes force you to make alternate decisions because you don't want your animal to be hot or uncomfortable. So I could have done like rover.com and had someone there take care of Lily for me while I went into the Ernest Hemingway house in Key West, which I didn't get to do. But I didn't, because I don't know why I didn't, to be honest. I didn't think about it when I was there for some reason. But I could have done something like that. But honestly, I don't know. She's my dog. It's like sending my kid off with a stranger or something. It freaks me out sometimes. So I didn't do that. But it was just too hot to have her in the van and couldn't leave her in the golf cart. So we just didn't go. But it's not hard. She's small. She likes to travel. So she's good with it. Hey, Casey, how are you doing? So good to see you here. Trisha Battle says, I saw you were at Dolphin Island recently. Not much to do there growing up as a kid. My dad was a commercial fisherman and just beautiful but quiet. Yeah, there wasn't a lot to do there. More residential and kind of laid back. But I really liked the fort, and taking the ferry was quite interesting. A little nervous on that ferry, just because of the water was so choppy there, and the ferry, the edges of the ferry were much lower than I'm used to. Usually they're much higher kind of railings, so made me nervous. The van was kind of all over the place. Sorry, there's like a gnat or something in here. Okay. Maximalist minibus, Schooly woman here. Oh, that's so cool. What kind of a Schooly bus do you have? And I'm assuming you custom built it. Jamie says, those beach videos are just fabulous. Love it. Yeah, there's more to come. Oh my gosh, you should wait to see the Key West ones. Holy cow, it's amazing. Okay. Let's see. What would you do after you finish van life? Thought you were going to get a home base. Will that happen in the near future? I vacillate back and forth on what I want to do. What would you do after you finish van life? I'm assuming I'd have a home base somewhere, but I don't have any plans of quitting at this moment. So I don't know. As far as like the home base, I do want a home base, but it's like I do and I don't. There's obviously responsibility that comes with that. And so I'm just not there yet and haven't really found that place that I really want to lay down some roots for that home base. I want a small home on it. So like a tiny house, but a little bit bigger, like 700 square feet, maybe. Build that out and have like a really cool place to just kind of hang my hat, and also have other RVers on there that are my friends to be able to come out. So a place that has some land, for sure. I thought about, Cochise County in Arizona, but I don't know. It's not my favorite place, I guess, as far as like topography. You know, I love the trees, and I like while I like the desert. Oh goodness, there's my phone. Sorry about that, guys. Turn that all off. I like the trees and stuff like that. And there's in the desert, there's not a lot of that. So I don't know if I'll make that my home base, but great question. Okay. Oh, so Eric said that the Buc-ee's are in St. Augustine and Daytona. Thank you for that. I'll be going up that way. Amber, good afternoon. Have you traveled internationally? Love Tiffany. Looking forward to meeting her when Canadian borders open. She'll be making her way to Niagara Falls. Yes, she's talking about where is Tiffany. So I've traveled to Canada. My first year I was in Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia, let's see, Quebec. I was in Quebec. And then when I went to Alaska, I went to, of course, Alberta, British Columbia, Yukon Territory. Fabulous, fabulous areas there. Some of them even better than Alaska, to be honest. I'd like to really explore those areas a little bit more. And then I've been to Baja, Mexico. Now, this is all in the RV. As far as international, outside of the RV, been to Jamaica, I've been to Mexico flying in, but never anywhere really outside of those areas. So really kind of stayed close to the US. I've always wanted to go like to Malaysia and Europe, and I mean just all over, and just haven't done it yet. But it's on my radar for sure. Okay. Good morning to everyone. Just reading through all of the notes or the comments here really quick. Wilton says, hi, Amber. Do the old lighthouse in St. Augustine. It has great views. Stay safe. Thank you for that. I'm going to take a screenshot of that one as well, so I'll remember. Oops, there we go. I love lighthouses. I like to go to those a lot. Everybody's saying hi to Eric. What do you do for a living, says Nigel? So my background was always in finance and accounting. My last job I had was at a private equity firm. That's the last one that I quit almost 3 years ago, guys, in June. 3 years in June will be 3 years that I quit. And I started my own business, Nigel, just doing the YouTube videos and building out course content for people who want to possibly go into this nomadic lifestyle. I help kind of mentor them through that process. And that's really it at this time. Huge, huge difference than what I did before when I was in corporate America. But I will say I'm the happiest I've ever been. I love it. It's a lot of fun. And, you know, while this is a lot of fun, I will tell you guys, so there's a lot of people I know who want to start a YouTube channel. I'm actually putting together a course for that, which that's another story about when that will come out. But I have a wait list coming. I have a wait list for that, and it will come out eventually. But there is a wait list to get to actually be on that course, and I think I'm over 300 people now who are on that wait list. So here's the thing: is that YouTube it's fun. We have a good time doing what we do, and I love what I do. But it's a business at the end of the day. And for a lot of people think that what we do is like really easy, and that, you know, it's like we just do a quick video, throw it up, and that's it. It doesn't take hardly any time. It takes a long time to do this, guys. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to downplay it, but I just want you to know it is a lot of work. But, you know, we work a lot. I mean, even like videoing stuff and having fun is work sometimes. You got to get the good shots and, you know, the things that really entertain people and make, you know, you want to show them the whole place, right? So it's work, and it's taken me, let's see, this is my 4th year, really probably 3 years. My first year I didn't really do a lot with it when I started RVing. So really I've been doing the videos for about 3 years, and it's taken me up to now to where I really feel super comfortable with it and have really learned a lot and really built my process and everything. So just want you guys to know that. I don't want you to think that this is just really, really easy all the time. It is fun. Don't get me wrong. It's way better than my corporate job ever was, but it is work. So Nigel, to answer your question, YouTube creator, filmmaker, whatever you want to call it. Sue, do the seaplane. It was a great adventure. I want to do that. I'm so glad that you got to do it when you were there. I will eventually, for sure. Goodness, my stomach is rumbling. I haven't eaten anything. It's 1:15 here. I've been on the phone all day, and I slept in till like 10 o'clock today because I was tired. Oh, Being Human RV. I'm downsizing from a C to a B. Heimers look great, but worried you can't find parts for it since they went out of business. What do you think about buying them? I still think that they're a great van, and you are correct about the parts. Every time I have to go order parts, which isn't a lot, I have to order them from Europe, UK, Australia, typically. So it can just take a while to get here. There are some places like dyersonline.com is a company that has some of our parts. But I mean, most of the stuff in here, you can fix yourself or just redo with parts here in the United States. So you can always do that. That's the simplest way sometimes to do it. I recently just had this issue. I don't want to really divulge what it is because it's in a video. Got to keep you guessing a little bit. But yeah, so something broke in my van. And I had to order a part, and it's coming from the UK because I couldn't fix the issue myself. I tried, and so I will share that with you guys in an upcoming video. But yeah, I love the van. I think it's a great layout, and I mean, it's one of the reasons I chose it. But yeah, I just have to understand that parts may be difficult to get, like the window screens and things like that. I mean, those are parts that come from the UK. So you'll either have to buy them from them, or not the UK, from Europe. You'll either have to buy it direct from them, find suppliers, or adapt and find an American supplier here that can, cut out a window for you or build a frame. I even thought, like, if these frames, so I'm looking at this frame right here. These frames right here have, these screens. I have the nightshade, and then I can't pull it up because my hot spots, but I have the bug screen here too. And those are all from Europe. So I've already decided that if those fail for some reason, that I'm just going to build a wood frame to go around it, and I just won't have that nightshade. I'll figure something else out. I don't know yet, but when the time comes, I'll figure it out. But yeah, it's good. All right. AYJ, just bought a backpack for my smaller dog. Put him in it last night. He seemed confused. Lily did too. She was like all like her paws go on my back, but she was all it was like, and it almost looked like it was choking her. It was too big. I need to put like a towel or something in there. But anyways, you have to let me know how it goes with your pup. Bright Start says, hey, I have a 2006 Dodge Sprinter 170 long, one fully paid. Do you think it's wise to fit out that van, or should I find a newer one? I mean, that's hard for me to say. It's a personal choice because there's a lot of value in having something that's completely paid, and then, buying a van is going to be more expensive, and it's going to come with its own fair share of issues later on too, right? But if it's completely paid off, you just have to start basically repairing it when things go wrong. So I don't know. I might actually keep that one. It'd be cheaper probably. And sometimes new vans right now are even hard to get a hold of because there's such a high demand for it. And Sprinter vans are nice. By the way, the Sprinter vans and newer Sprinter vans, they haven't been so great for people. They've had quite a few issues. So I don't know if I would buy the new ones. Nancy says, is your van a Mercedes? No, it's not. It is a Ram ProMaster 2500. It's gas. And you're asking about the average mile per gallon. So when I purchased it, it had all weather tires on it. and it got about 20 to 23 miles per gallon, I think, roughly. 23 is probably a little bit on the high side. I put all-terrain tires on it, the KO2s, and I lost about 15% fuel efficiency and went down to about 17 miles per gallon on average. And I was willing to accept that because I go out on, lands that are rocky, dirt, mud, grass, things that you can get stuck in. And the all-terrains just really help you in those situations. So I was willing to sacrifice the 15% fuel efficiency. Your other question, is it expensive to keep up? For the van, no. The van, what I like about a van compared to an RV is the outer shell is metal, and they didn't like build a wooden frame and then put the fiberglass, or whatever that is. God, there's a gnat in here again. The fiberglass around it, or the shell around it, and seal everything. You have to really make sure all that stuff is sealed up properly every year. Probably I inspect, like when I had mine, I inspected it every 6 months, all the seals and everything around it to make sure it was good. There's a lot of people that do it, that's fine. But I think the van has less maintenance than, a Class C, Class A, anything that's built with those wood frame bodies and then the shell wrapped around it. So yeah, not really hardly anything there. I do, my oil change and things like that. And that's pretty much it. Just, the regular chassis maintenance. Dana says, how restrictive is the overnight parking in Florida? Well, I like to play by the rules. And so because I've been traveling a lot, I tend to just stay at the Cracker Barrels off the highway. If I'm going to look for boondocking spots, it means I'm going to probably be out there for a couple of days, because you have to go off the, the beaten path a little bit more for that. And sometimes it's just not worth it. So I did try that once, and that's in an upcoming video too. It didn't work out, I'll just say that. So Cracker Barrels are amazing for overnight camping. Key West, I didn't try it because so many people had said that you couldn't urban camp boondock in Key West. Now, I will tell you, I was traveling around everywhere in Key West on that golf cart, and I saw a ton of places that you could actually go to. Now, you might get kicked out at night or get a knock on the door. I don't know, but I feel like I saw quite a few people actually out there trying it. So I think you can. Let's see, where else have I done in Florida? Oh, I found some stuff in the Panhandle for sure that you can overnight camp in. That was good. So yeah, I think it's definitely there. You just have to really look for it sometimes. Overlander is great for that, and Compendium. Great question. Matilda says, Amber, you're an empath, but still a badass. Thank you. Being an empath doesn't mean that you can't be a badass, right? Or people equate crying and sensitivity to being weak. And I'm here to tell you, and I think that's what she's getting at, it's just not the case at all. I've been misjudged for that a lot in my life. And yeah, you're not. Just because you can cry just means that you feel a lot more. Hey, you know what? One great thing about being an empath, we have less stress than the people who don't cry, because we get it out through crying. Yeah. Crying is good for you. We're made to cry. We're human beings. This whole thing about boys shouldn't cry, men shouldn't cry, we shouldn't cry. It's just a bunch of, I was going to use a Southern term, malarkey. I don't know why I would say that, but I don't agree with that philosophy. I just don't. Sorry if you believe in it, but I don't. I think we're made to cry. We have tears for a reason. We have emotions for a reason. Use it. Let's see. If you're on the Jacksonville side, why don't you hit up, sorry, Pat. If you're on the Jacksonville side, why don't you hit up Savannah, Georgia and Tybee Island Beach? It's wonderful. Thank you for that. I'm definitely looking at that. I'm going to be in Jacksonville. My friend, Anthony is there. He was a van lifer. He decided to leave the van life. He's absolutely amazing. I think he was in a couple of my videos before. He's a Qigong instructor. Really phenomenal Qigong master. I don't know what they call him. Sorry, Anthony, if you're watching this, I've forgotten the terms for it. But he's absolutely amazing at what he does. That's all he does for a living, is teach Qigong online. So if you're interested in anything like that, I can give you the information for him. But yeah, he's amazing. You'll probably meet him because I want to interview him. He started in van life. He had what did he have? It was a Sprinter van, I believe. And it was it Coachman? I can't remember. Anyways, he didn't really resonate with it. He traveled a little bit he was from Florida. He went to the West Coast, kind of went around to some places, and then stopped after about 2 years. And he's back into an apartment right now and kind of figuring things out. But yeah, he didn't really like it that much. So he might eventually get something else. I know he was looking at an Airstream before. But anyways, I'm going to visit him and hopefully I'll get to interview him because I want you to hear his story too. A lot of you resonated with the story from Tracy and Cruz about why they decided to come off the road after 13 months of being in a van and a fifth wheel, and why it just wasn't for them. And so I like to show both sides. And their interview is pretty raw about that. Okay. Byron says, as an empath, you would be blown away by the coral castle down in Homestead, an absolute must. Homestead. Oh, I was already through there, wasn't I? Yes. I'm sorry, I'll have to look that up and add it to the next time that I go down there. It'll be interesting to understand what the empath has to do with the coral castle. I'll look that up. Thank you. Sandra says, I relate. I'm an empath. It's not the easiest. Yeah. You get misjudged a lot, don't you? Yeah. Like I said, a lot of times they think that we're weak because we cry or we're sensitive. And sensitivity doesn't mean like, it's not a bad thing. It took me a long time to understand that it's not a bad thing. Okay. Pat says, are you planning to swing through Charleston, South Carolina? I think so. Yeah. So I should be itching these things. I think so, for sure. I don't have all my plans completely built out just yet. But I will soon. I've got to work on that this week. Oh, sorry. Shouldn't have done that one. Okay. Trisha Battle says, I just found your channel last week. So much have been learned from you so quickly. I applaud your amazing strength. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's one of the reasons why I do this. I love inspiring and motivating people, and sometimes to think a little bit differently about life. And so I hope that that's coming through. I appreciate all of your comments of support for that. I know I've been doing things a little bit differently. You know, at the end of my videos, I'm talking more about, you know, living your dreams and why aren't you doing it, and to live your life without regret. So I hope that you guys are resonating with that and it's not too much. Let me know actually in the comment how you guys are feeling about that. I think some people like it. And by the way, Trisha, my grandmother's maiden name is Battle. I love that name. You rarely hear it. And we're from the Texas area, so I wonder if there's any relation somewhere. I bet you there is. Okay. Nigel says, people get hung on what they are and not who they are. Yeah, it's very, very true. They do. We can all do it. Ricky says, love, I guess that's St. Augustine. Pizza time is the best on the main street. Oh, I'll have to remember that one too. Thank you. I love pizza. It doesn't always love me though. It's hell getting older sometimes. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh, my stomach is rumbling. I hope you guys can't hear that. Big Tex Nick says, smart, you got to be safe. Don't ever give out location information. Too many weirdos and criminals out there. Yes. You kind of said exactly what I was meaning, but I didn't actually say it. I didn't want to offend people here. I don't want you guys to think that I think you're criminals or weirdos for asking me all of this stuff. So, or inviting me. What? Eric, she's cute. Someone said I was cute. You guys, people are always trying to set me up, I swear. It's funny. Eric says, thanks, Amber. You have a great channel. We can't all be perfect. Your Disney opinions are your own. Wait, I know. It's true, right? Thank you for that. And we can't all be perfect. I'm trying to decide if that was based on my comment before or if I can't be perfect because I don't like Disney World. Was that a jab? Just kidding. Oh, I would understand if it was. Lyndon says, you have to start somewhere, just like when you started your life on YouTube. You live in public where when you started this, I can't even read, sorry. There's no guarantee that you can stay away from all the crazy people. Yeah. True. And not everybody on here is crazy. We've got some good people. Sorry, I'm distracted. Someone was pulling in over here. Okay, Suma says, hey, Amber, have you ever felt like it's a drag not to have an all-wheel drive, like when you boondock or on icy conditions? Or has it not been a big deal? It hasn't been a big deal for me. Sometimes I think like I want a four-wheel drive, something like that, but no, it hasn't really been an issue. I have my Max tracks and things to help me out if I get stuck, but otherwise it's not been an issue. Okay. Sorry if you guys can hear like noise and stuff out here. I'm at the Cracker Barrel and they're like, they're all out here talking. It's part of being in the city, you know? You always hear all the different noises and stuff from here. AYG Adventure says, no, you'll never acclimate to the humidity. I grew up in Ohio. It's horrible. Yeah, it's true. The humidity sucks. Trudy says, glad that you aren't down in Miami Beach, which last night declared a state of emergency due to uncontrollable crowds. Yikes. Yeah, I went through Miami yesterday driving through. I didn't want to stop. It was really crowded everywhere. I mean, Key West was pretty crowded too, but it was still doable. Debbie says, just wondering, are you of Irish or Scottish descent? You remind me of myself so much. I get overheated easily and other things. Just wondering. Actually, I am of Irish descent, English and Irish. A little bit of Scottish as well, but mostly Irish. I actually don't know any family members from there. They're all very past family members. I'd love to go visit the area, though. Bob says, have you ever considered a washer and dryer all in one unit? Would that be easier than a laundromat? No, I couldn't even fit a washer dryer in here at all. And I liked the laundromats, actually. In the very beginning, I hated laundromats, but I like laundromats. You can get all your laundry done like in an hour. You can use up 4 or 5 machines. They're big, and get your comforter in there, have a down comforter. I can get Lily's bedding in there and get everything done in an hour. Amazing. Love it. I'm really behind on these comments. Jeez. I'm at comments that were at 1 o'clock and it's now 1:34. Need to speed it along here. Okay, so Carol says, did you do all the work on your van? If not, who would you recommend? The van was all done by Heimer, which is no longer in business. If I had to do it all over again, I would love to do it myself, which I might eventually do at some point. I'm not sure yet. As far as who would I recommend, I don't really have anybody I could recommend right now because I just don't know their work fully. Sorry. I know like Humble Road, if you check out his channel on YouTube, Humble Road is amazing. You can see his work. And then Advanced RV up north, I think they're in Ohio. They're really great too. Very, 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 very pricey, but they do amazing work from what I understand. Everything I've seen that has come out of their shop is amazing. So it just really depends on your budget for it. Yeah. Let's see. Kathy says, Amber, I just ordered a Berkey for our home. Oh, that's amazing. I love Berkey. It's really good. You can see mine back here. It's just wrong way. This way. Can I point correctly? There. It's the water filter. It's really incredible. It filters pretty much everything. So I actually filter my water out of my fresh water tank for drinking water, and I use that. It's really good. Tastes amazing all the time. Okay. Oops. Oh my gosh. My screen just went down super fast there. Okay. Back up. Here we go. Oops, actually, sorry. Michael, I'll get to your question in just a minute. I just missed one up here. Mike Bendy, I just retired and I'm headed on the road in May. If all goes well, need something to pull my travel trailer if I don't trade it in for a Class C. Oh, yeah. Good luck to you on that. That's cool. Travel trailers are great. Michael says, are you going to be continuing going to the beaches on the East Coast? Yes, definitely. Actually, someone commented on one of my videos recently. I can't remember who it is. I apologize. But they said, we're not all about beaches in Florida. So I definitely will be visiting more places than just beaches here. There's a lot of like really cool history and stuff here as well. And I'd love to do some of the springs. There's some amazing springs. I've passed up some of them, but I definitely have that on the list too. Okay. Lisa Smith, glad to be watching you. We're from Washington. Hi, Eric. Hello. How long was it from the time you decided to go full-time on the road until you were actually full-time? Actually about 5 years. Now, granted, there was a lot of stuff in between. I was researching a lot. I had to figure out, you know, I had a remote job and but I wasn't sure when I was going to actually go, you know, RVing. I hadn't really figured that out. And then I bought a house. And just only because it was cheaper for me to buy a house and even build it than rent in Seattle. So I even did that too. But yeah, about 5 years for me of like really planning and figuring things out, and you know, watched a lot of YouTube videos to kind of get that figured out. People who were already doing it, Gone with the Wind, Eric from Nomadic Fanatic. Who's the other one? Keep Your Daydream. I'm sure there's some other ones that I'm forgetting, but there was a lot of people at the time. You know, this was 5 years ago. I watched Bob Wells from Cheap RV Living. He had some great interviews from people that were really actually profound for me. There was one interview of a couple, Yoli and Scott, who have an Airstream, and they were actually one of the catalysts for me just finally deciding like, okay, I've got to do this. And they were amazing. We've actually met in person too. Super, super amazing story. The long story is the husband didn't really want to go out. Scott, he didn't want to go out RVing yet, but Yoli did. And part of the reason is because he was working in the police force capacity in Southern California and really didn't want to lose some retirement if he retired early. And there's a little bit of fear wrapped up in him around that. And I was having the same issues as well. And so their story really resonated with me. And that was kind of the catalyst for me. So yeah, watch YouTube videos. Hello there. I always forget how to pronounce your name. I say Azzy2s all the time, but tell me again. I'm so sorry. Hi, Amber. I'm sorry I'm late. You're looking summer. Loving your Florida. Thank you so much. So, okay, that's funny that you say that. So I have lost weight, guys. Not a ton, because I'm still like, I had key lime pie twice on Key West. And I know you guys don't judge me. There are the people who really love me don't judge me, but I still partake of things, even though they're not that great for me, but I do it in moderation. So like yesterday, I did more intermittent fasting and had, you know, the key lime pie. It was really amazing. But I actually felt like my face in the video was not very slim today. It was slimmer before, but I ate like a whole package of sunflower seeds yesterday driving because I was exhausted. I was so tired. I thought I was going to fall asleep on the road. And sunflower seeds are the only thing that keeps me awake. So I don't know if it's like the chewing on it and doing something and spitting the seed out in a cup, but yeah, and there's so much salt and it was awful. I like felt like a balloon this morning when I woke up. My feet felt swollen. Everything is swollen. It does it. I drink a ton of water, so but thank you for that. I appreciate it. I am losing weight. I swear, I think I said it earlier. I feel like I sweat more in the 5 days I was in Key West than I did in the last year. It was really, really bad. That was my foot, by the way. That sound, nothing else. It's on the table, or table. It's not on the table. It's on the chair. Okay. Gosh, I'm so far behind. This is longer than usually I want to do this an hour, but this is longer. So, no, I haven't eaten at a Waffle House yet. Let's see. Poppy Paint says, what industry did you work in pre-van life? I worked for a private equity firm where we mostly built multifamily housing, so acquisition, dispositions, development. I was the director of finance or director of accounting, sorry, for the company. And yeah, it was a good company. Loved it. It's called the Wolf Company, based out of Scottsdale, Arizona. Really, really super amazing company, but very high stress for me. So one of the reasons why I left, and I think I said it earlier, it'll be almost 3 years in June that I've left. Pretty amazing, actually. When did you think of the name Story Chasing? Let's see. Well, I was trying to think of a name just as I was getting on the road, but the story chasing kind of came to me. My sister Andrea and I were actually talking about it one day, and we're trying to come up with something because I wanted it to be really representative of my life and not just RVing. And so story chasing to me was, when I think about, why I wanted to go do the RVing, it was literally, like, as I've said in almost all of my videos this year, is that I wanted to create more stories and moments in my life that really filled me up and made me feel good. I don't want to be that person on my deathbed and live my life with regrets and think about all the things that I could have done. I'll put it to you this way. When we're dying, we're not thinking about the house that we bought, the stuff that we bought, the table, the lamp, the whatever you bought for your house. You're thinking about your loved ones, your friends, what you did in your life. And that's really how I came up with it. Stories, moments and stories. Thank you for that. Okay. JJ Jules. Hello there. Hi from Tucson, Amber and Lily. How's Tucson? Is it getting hot? Hoping Florida is treating you well. Hope you get to go to Dunedin and check out Dunedin and check out the downtown Main Street area and mini marina. How are you handling the humidity? Yeah, I haven't acclimated yet. It's not too bad right now, actually, here in Palm Beach, but it was bad in Key West, like really bad. But I'll get there hopefully. I bought new clothes to handle all of it, like pants. I used to wear jeans like all the time, but I had to buy like different pants that are helpful. That's in some of my videos I've posted. But yeah, you just change and adapt. And so you guys, I'm telling on myself here. So you guys have asked me a lot in other live streams and videos and comments and stuff, have you ever used your AC? Are you going to use your AC? Have you thought about using your AC? And I haven't used my AC in like 2 years because I'm chasing that kind of 70-degree weather, right? And I haven't been on the East Coast, but I had to use my AC like several times here in Florida. And there's a couple times I didn't have hookups at all. One time I had hookups, that was near Tampa. And it was wonderful to have the hookups. But when you don't have hookups, I have to run my engine a lot. And so when I was in Key West, I had to run my engine to get the AC going. And I just wanted to it was like when I would come home from venturing out to Key West all day, and the van would be super hot when I got back, like really hot, unbearably hot. And then just turning on the fans didn't help. But my point was to turn the RV on so that the batteries would kick in, charge the batteries while I was running the AC for like 5 to 10 minutes and like blow out basically all of the hot air in here. So I'd open a window and blow all that out. And that will be in one of my videos, but I got in a little bit of trouble for doing that at the campground, which is another reason why I don't stay at campgrounds, because I like to do my own thing. I understand their point. They weren't wrong in what they were saying. Apparently it was one of their policies and I wasn't aware of it. I didn't read all the policies. I've never had an issue before, but I usually have hookups, and I didn't have hookups at this campground. So anyways, I ran my AC because it was hot and humid. So I imagine that will be happening more on the East Coast. Let's see. Tiana, is that how you pronounce your name? Tiana Burton. Do you have a retirement plan and budget figured out? I do, actually. Save. I have 401k. I have all kinds of retirement stuff that I rolled over from my corporate job. So I do have all of that. I invest in stocks a little bit too, here and there. I'm not great at it, but I do things that give me dividends and stuff. I don't want to give financial advice on here like that because that's not my thing. Finance and accounting are very different. I was in the accounting world, so I didn't really get into a lot of the finance stuff there as far as stocks and investments are concerned. But yep, I have all of that. Great question. Super blessed. What location sites do you have on the list for the trip to Maine to which we can continue to look forward? It's very loose. Like I'm doing Bar Harbor again. I'm meeting Michelle and Chuck Libby there. They're one of my students. I say students, they're friends too. Meeting them there. I can't even remember where that's at, where their place is at. But yeah, just kind of traveling up and around through there. I traveled up there in 2017, did a lot of the coast, but didn't do a lot inland. So I do want to travel inland over there somewhere in Maine, but I just don't know. I love Maine. Maine is freaking phenomenal, man. It's amazing. Love that place. Ignore this. I love your channel name, by the way. Good YouTuber. Keep posting. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Love it. Okay. You guys, AYJ says she's going to resub to Nomadic Fanatics. Yes, he's got a great channel. I think he was in Texas the last video that I saw. Trying to get everything registered domiciled in Texas. But he was there after the snow and crap I went through there. Yes, thank you, everybody. Click like. I appreciate it. Thumbs up. Okay. Lisa says, Amber, after COVID, do you have plans to go to Alaska? If so, would you drive the Alcan or take a ferry to get there? Love your channel. Thank you so much for the love. I went there 2 years ago to Alaska and took the Alcan. An amazing trip. I don't know right now. I'm considering, I'd like to, revisit kind of the Yukon Territory area. I really love that. So I'd have to drive. But I think the next time I go to Alaska, I'd rather fly and rent something. But one of my National Geographic Scenic Highways and Byways is to take the ferry, so the ferry from Washington all the way to Alaska and up the Aleutian Islands. That is actually one of the scenic byways, highways, if you will, right there. And so I have to do that. I'm actually on that one. I'm thinking of backpacking that one because you can bring a tent onto the ferry and stay on the ferry dock in a tent. So I'm actually thinking about doing that and then just renting something when I get to Alaska. So we'll see. That probably won't be for a while yet. I have Lily to think of. They don't allow, it's not very dog friendly on those ferries. And like, even if you have your van or your car on that ferry, you have to keep your dog inside there. You can't even take them outside. But there's an area you can go to, like, take them to go to the bathroom and everything. But if you have a stateroom and you rented a stateroom there on the ferry, they can't go in there either. It's kind of weird. So not very dog friendly. So probably wait until my Lily girl is no longer around and then maybe do something like that. You said why can I do not know how to pronounce that. I apologize. It says, I have a Heimer in the UK. The design looks the same in the current. Yeah, it is. Well, of course, Heimer's from Europe. So a lot of it was very, very similar. Although I think a lot of the Bs there that you guys have, the Class Bs, are much better than the layouts that we have here in the United States, for sure. It's Mimi, y'all. XOXO, I love that name. Are you still considering a truck camper? Not currently, no, I'm not. It's just too much money to get into right now. And I'd rather put that money into a home base or renovating my van or doing a custom van at some point. So yeah, I kind of ditched the idea after I did more research. If I was just starting out, I probably would do the truck camper. But because I'm already invested in what I have and I want to put that money more into a base camp or something, then I'm going to go that route. Tracy Kish, hello. Did you install your Wii Boost? I'm not sure if I should attempt it myself or hire someone. Well, Originally, when I had I think it's the WeBoost Drive RV one, it has an antenna that actually needs to be hooked somewhere at the top of your van or your RV. I did have that one installed by Camping World. They do have to, for me, they had to put a hole in my RV because I didn't have any mounting points on top of the RV. So I used that. I have a ladder. A lot of people attach it to a ladder. If you have a ladder, you can attach it to that, but I didn't have that. So on the van, I have the antenna that has an earth magnet on the bottom, and then I just put it outside my driver door. So there's no installation, or there's no installation. You can do that yourself. It's very, very easy. I have that on my what do you call it, video descriptions as well, the links to all of that. So you can check out which antenna I got, the one that has the earth magnet. All right, am I catching up on these yet? I don't know. Okay. Barkars, isn't that Heimer got bought up by Thor's? Yes, they got bought up by Thor. Let's see, they made Sequence Torello, which is exactly that, and some parts, I think, same as the Active or the Heimer Active. Yes, they did. They did. Yeah. We kind of got screwed here, and then they went out and built the same thing. But whatever. It was a business decision for them. We're not going to talk about that. It's all said and done. Okay, moving along here. Linda, sorry, are you a member of Harvest Host? Yes, I am. I love Harvest Host. Really, really great company. If you guys want to sign up for Harvest Host, by the way, they are going up in their membership price soon. You are grandfathered into the membership price that you started out at. So if you're interested in doing that, I do have links below in my description box where you can go get signed up for that and be grandfathered into the current pricing. I can't remember when they're going up. I think it's April 1st. But it's still an amazing place, even at the higher rate. It's an amazing company. They're getting more and more hosts to be part of the network. So I really love it. The last one that I stayed at was at the brewery, Dixie Brewery in New Orleans. There is no place like to stay around there that's inexpensive, guys. So even a parking lot downtown near French Quarter, they charge $50 a night. No hookups, nothing. You get a space in a parking lot. And no security, none of that stuff. And then at Dixie Beer, which is actually, they're rebranding this month, but they're in kind of the heart of New Orleans. You can go stay in their lot, go partake of their beer. They have security. It gets locked at night. It's a great, amazing place, and it's free to stay there. I always say free. It's complimentary. You have to go purchase something from their store. Any Harvest Host you go to, that's part of the deal with Harvest Host. It's just a way of saying thank you for letting me stay there. I'm supporting, your local business, local economy. So just make sure you do that. But yeah, great company. RVing done our way. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Good morning, Antonio. So good to see you. Okay, let's see. I'm going to speed it along here. Matilda says, reminding people to live their dream, in my opinion, cannot be overdone. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Tracy says, Amber, I've really enjoyed your daily videos. You're inspiring for us single women. I'm learning so much from your travels. Thank you and blessings. Thank you so much, Tracy. Oh, I love that. It really does make me feel good. I work hard at this, and you never know what resonates with people. And so, until they comment and everything. And so I'm glad that you guys are feeling that, my message and what I'm trying to actually get out there and teach. So I appreciate it. Hi, Ron. So good to see you here. Oh, I love your little profile picture of the horses. Okay. Nani says, I love you sharing that motivational aspect of who you are at the end of your videos. Absolutely resonates with me as well. Puts pep in my step for the rest of the day. Oh, I'm so glad. Everybody needs a little bit more pep, don't they? It makes me feel good to say it too. I never even know, like when I record the videos, I sometimes never even know what I'm going to say. It just comes out, maybe something that happened that day or whatever I'm kind of feeling in that moment for it. But I'm so glad it resonates with you. Thank you. Forrest says, Amber, I really enjoy your channel. Thank you so much. I'm glad you love it. Amber M, hello. Why did Nikki divorce Minnie? I guess Mickey, because she was effing goofy. That's great. I love it. I am goofy. Uh-oh, I lost my place again. Okay. Empaths don't like crowds, i.e. Disney, LOL, or at least that's the type I am. Too much energy to feel. It's true. I don't like crowds. I never have. It's noisy. It's yeah. I don't really like it that much. And I think that is why I'm learning more and more about it. I bought this book about empaths and really learning more about the things that I deal with or how I internalize things because of being an empath. So I'm really learning a lot about it and accepting it, you know, that's part of it. Let's see. Love laundromats and new places. You get a sense of the people that way, for sure. Okay. Ricky says, love Karen 8. Saw that one too. The Buc-ee's. Yeah, that was really cool. I think they just came out with it today, or maybe it was the other day. Bonnie P. Are you trying to make money off of Super Chat? Or you didn't catch these questions? No, people just like to give because they want to. I don't require people to send me Super Chats. If you've noticed, I've answered every single question on here. At least I try to. So no, I don't. But hey, if people want to give it to me, that's absolutely fine. That's their prerogative, but I don't ask for it. Okay, let's see. Oh, by the way, I want to go back to that question that Bonnie posted about the money for Super Chat. Why does it matter, actually? I'm always curious about that. Why does it matter if people want to give Super Chats to me or whatever? It's just interesting to me that people say that. Funky Zen Drummer, how long can you boondock in one spot on average, and are you able to work online with the hotspots? Is the connection throttled? So boondocking depends on the area. So a lot of BLM is about 14 days. Sometimes it can be less. Each boondocking or BLM national forest site is different. I've seen some up to 21 days. So I can usually stay out myself with the way that my van is set up. I can usually stay out up to about 3 weeks before I have to like go in to get water, to dump the tanks, things like that. But that's really pushing it, 3 weeks. And that means I have to have enough groceries too. As far as working online with hotspots, I mean, I have 2 different plans. I use an AT&T prepaid plan and also a Verizon prepaid plan, and neither of those are throttled. I have unlimited, unthrottled, not capped. So unfortunately, they don't sell the Verizon plan anymore. And the AT&T one is through a company that I've actually partnered up with. I have an affiliate link down in the bottom of this description of the video, and you can check them out. Let's see. I primarily, so like right now, my Verizon is the best over here in Florida. AT&T was better for me in other states, so that's why I have 2. So sometimes one is better than the other. Oh, and then the WeBoost. Someone else mentioned, Trish mentioned that earlier. The WeBoost helps to get a better connection when you're out in like boondocking or places that are more rural. Poppy Paint. I like that name, Poppy. Do you have AAA or some kind of roadside assistance? I do. I have it through Escapers, and right now, Escapees, it's, I can't remember the name of the company now. Sorry, I forgot the name of it. It's not through them. It's through a company that they've kind of told us about, that they've negotiated some really good rates through, but it's not AAA, but it is roadside assistance. Okay. Wow. We're going to just take Miss Bonnie off of here. She's not being very nice. Okay, Sonia says, haha, no real question. Just got home from a walk and your live stream is playing. My Lily has been listening to you, though. You look so beautiful and relaxed, Florida. It looks good on you. Thank you. I met Sonia at our Panhandle meetup, and I really appreciate her coming out there and being a part. Being a part of, sorry, I'm just reading something that Maury said. Maybe Maury did it. So Anyways, we met Sonia at the meetup, and it was so amazing to meet her, and we had such a good time over there. There's only a couple of people at that one because I kind of did it like on the fly. But yeah, Sonia, thank you so much. I love Florida. It does look good on me, doesn't it? It's the beaches and the sun. Let's see. Maury. So Maury says he took care of it. He's talking about the Bonnie thing. For whatever reason, so I use StreamYard. I still see comments that maybe he deleted, which I wish StreamYard would fix. I don't like that. So he probably already took care of it. I just blocked her, to be honest, because she was saying some things that were not so nice. People, I tell ya. It's funny. So I'll tell you, she told me to get a job and stop doing this. This is my job. I actually build really great content, I think, for people. And I have a course that helps people. So I don't e-beg. People always say that about YouTubers. It's kind of funny. I'm not e-begging. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I actually work for a living. This is work. You know, I love it. It's a good work life for sure. So I don't understand why people say stuff like that. It's kind of weird, but it's just trolling, right? You have some people who just can't, they're not happy no matter what they do, and they just have to lash out at other people. And to be honest with you, it makes me feel sorry for people like that, because what kind of an existence is that you feel so, you know, like you have to be negative towards other people. It's just really sad, to be honest. So yeah. Okay. Let's keep going. Azzy says, I'm just Azzy, although I'm Tony, really. I'm just going to start calling you Tony. Where are you going for the summer? Just up the East Coast. I'm not sure yet. My 50th birthday is coming up in May. So I need to figure out where to go, because my sister and friend are supposed to fly out. So if you guys know of any cool places for us to go to for our 50th, let me know. Sheila says, hello from Alberta, Canada. Just left following your story chasing. Amber, keep up the positive, informative, and interesting content. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It makes me feel good. Thank you. Thank you. AYJ, Waffle House was a place for a 2 a.m. meal after the bar in your 20s. That's what my friend said too. David, hello. So good to see you here, David. Just hopped on. Love the hat. Thank you. Salt life. All right, Jer. Ever thought of having a hands-on training weekend somewhere for aspiring YouTubers? I haven't, no. I just travel so much. It's really hard for me to do stuff like that. Planning, you know. I move around too much, but we'll see. I mean, it probably would be more of like a group setting, like on Zoom or something like that, if I did that. But I'll have that course out eventually. Okay. It's Mimi, y'all. You like how I say that with my Texas accent? Someone might have already asked this, but have you seen Nomadland? And if so, what did you think of it? I haven't seen it yet. No, sorry to say, I haven't. It's kind of interesting, though. I don't know why. I've just been so busy. I don't really watch a lot of TV or movies that much anymore, so I just haven't seen it, but I will eventually. But it's interesting because I think I told you guys, I think in another video or live stream, that the BBC contacted me and they interviewed me several days ago. And they did so because of Nomadland. They had, I guess, you know, huge, I mean, it's obviously a big movie that's out there right now, and people are talking about it. And so they're going out trying to get stories and stuff for about people who do this. So I know this particular journalist had actually interviewed Bob Wells too, just before she interviewed me. And so that article should be coming out sometime in the next couple of weeks, I think. So we'll see about that. It's BBC Mexico. It'll all be in Spanish. I don't know hardly any Spanish, but I'll use Google Translate to figure it out. But it's pretty exciting. Okay. Oh, AYJ says, would recommend state parks, cheaper for hookups, definitely. because you will need the AC as you venture north until at least August. Yeah, I know. We'll see. I mean, I do have 1,000 Trails. I upgraded my membership to 1,000 Trails too, so I have that. Hopefully it's not as bad as the one that I went to here in Pompano Beach. That place was disgusting. Like, ugh, I didn't even stay there. It really did. It was really bad. It was awful. The worst I've ever seen ever. Like, to the point that if I wouldn't even stay there the night, tells you something. And go stay at a Cracker Barrel. June. Hello, June. I came in late, but glad I made it. Love following your journey with beautiful Lily. Thank you. Lily's the real star of the show, isn't she? She is. Everybody loves her. Sheila says, I think I saw a video a week or so ago that you were doing daily videos. Are you still doing that? And how are you coming up with content ideas? Let's see. So yes, I am doing daily videos still. On the days that I do a live stream, I typically don't release a video because this is kind of the video in its place, but I'm trying to do live streams once a week. As far as content is concerned, stuff comes up. My travels, that's the content. And so I just research a lot about like the places that I'm going to, and I love history. So I look up stuff for history, and I love trees. So I try to find like a cool tree in that area. Just things that really, resonate with me and what I really enjoy doing. So that's really it. So the travels, and then, a lot of times things come up because you guys will say like, hey, I'd love to see a video about this. And so sometimes I don't do like a full video on a particular thing. I'll just kind of incorporate it into my regular videos that I do on a daily basis, or my living throughout the day. Like some people they like my cooking videos, but I don't like to do just cooking videos. It's just not my thing. I did them for a while, and then I was just like, to be honest with you, I didn't like doing them. But I like to show what I'm doing throughout my day. And so I'll show the cooking in place of that, because I know you guys really love it. Great question, Sheila. Oh, I somehow missed this. JJ Jules, $3 super chat. Thank you. Screw the Bonnies. I'm sorry. That makes me laugh so hard. Oh, thank you very much for that. I missed it when you first gave it. I can't talk. I apologize for that. Oh, thank you. Yeah, really. Screw the Bonnies. Okay. Where am I at? I lost my place. Oh, Chris. There you are. Hi, Amber. Love your channel. Thanks for sharing your life with all of us. I'm sorry. I'm still laughing at the Bonnies. It's not a Karen anymore. It's the Bonnies. I don't know why. Sorry. I laugh at the stupidest stuff. I'm very visual. Anyways, thank you for that laugh. Hi, Amber. Love your channel. Thanks for sharing your life with all of us. Have you figured out where the story is? Oh my God, I'm not going to be able to stop laughing. This is what happens when I giggle. And I haven't even been drinking. Every time I pass by when I laugh, too. Oh my God. Oh, sorry. Okay. Get it together, Amber. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh geez, this is awful. And now my face is all red and I'm crying. The Waffle Houses. It was just a stupid thing. I was going. Where was I at first? I think Alabama, maybe, or Texas. I can't remember. Or Louisiana. Shoot, I don't remember. It was somewhere in the South. Anyways, I was like, dang, there's a Waffle House on every corner, and it's like Starbucks for me on every corner in Seattle. So I was like, what's up with the Waffle Houses? So but I couldn't believe how close they were to each other in proximity. So like I'd be filming and I'd be like, there's another Waffle House. There's another Waffle House. And so I just started counting them, and it just became a thing. So, and I haven't been to one yet either. So I should probably go. But thanks. I'm glad you guys got a kick out of it. It was just a dumb thing that started happening. Like I just started kind of fixating on the Waffle Houses. I think in one video I counted like 15 Waffle Houses. No joke. It was crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sonia, thank you so much for the super chat. You're so sweet. She was so kind too when we met up. She actually paid for my lunch. Or no, she didn't pay for my lunch. Amy did. But we went and got coffee, and Sonia was so sweet. Got a little hat and everything. She was so amazing. Thank you, Sonia. I appreciate it. Okay, I think I'm over my giggling spell. Sorry about that. Control. Okay, let's see. Back up. Excuse me. Oh, I think I've already answered that question. Steve says, quick question. Which soda product makes the best orange soda? I have no idea. I don't know. Sorry, I'm stumped on that one. I don't drink those, I guess. Someone says, I think Sunkist makes the best orange soda. Just my opinion. I've never had them. And none of those. Can you believe that? Oh, Maury says, okay. Sorry. Thanks, Maury. Matilda says, super chats are like a tip for content creators and appreciation for the job they do, info provided, and the joy they contribute to those that donate. Thank you. That's a very great response to all of that nonsense from earlier, but that is the truth. Thank you. Michelle says, love following you. I live in Mississippi. Don't give our Gulf Coast hidden secret away. I know. People tell me that all the time. They're like, don't really talk about it. I'm like, but it's on my travels. I have to. I know. The secret might be out now. It's not me that's just done it too. There's other people who've been over there. In fact, it's funny because I watched one of Nomadic Fanatics videos and he got kicked out of Mississippi too. No, we weren't in the same spot though. I was in a different area. But he got kicked out of there too. So I don't know. Maybe more people won't come out there if we get kicked out enough. Kelly says, can't believe I finally got you live. Watch your videos every single morning. You're my inspiration. Aw, thank you so much, Kelly. I know I've been getting comments from people that are like, coffee and amber in the morning is what they say. They watch the videos in the morning, or Lily, Lily's in there. And so I appreciate it. I like the support. Catherine says, I was thrilled to see the book that you picked up on being an empath. I was going to suggest it. I got my copy about 2 years ago and loved it so much that I got it on CD too. It helped me. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I started reading it. I really, really love it. I don't have the book around here right now, so I will, I can't remember the name of it, but it's in some of my videos coming up, or the one that I just had actually when I was in Destin, Florida. But it's on being an empath, and it's just really learning more about yourself and what it means and how you interact with the world and the world interacts with you. Matilda says, do you recommend the Escapee Rendezvous? Yeah, I mean, sure. I've done all the a lot of this Escapee or Escaper convergences. I don't really know about the upcoming ones just because I didn't pay attention too much since I knew that I wouldn't be really going to them because of my travels. So, but yeah, I always have so much fun when I'm there. It's a great way to meet people, to connect with people. I know they're starting up these convergences again because of, with COVID, like starting to slow down a little bit and people understanding how to protect themselves. And I know they're putting measures into place to protect people as well. But yeah, absolutely recommend them. So it's a great organization. A lot of times they have education there, especially for newbies who are on the road. These are people who have experience with being on the road already. So yeah, you get to learn from some really great individuals. Absolutely recommend them. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I cannot say your name. I always do these things wrong. Oh my God, my stomach is rumbling so bad. Hi, Amber. Love your videos. Thanks for taking the time and effort to create them daily. Were you able to visit 30A and Alley's Beach and Rosemary Beach? 30A I did, and I did not. I went by Alley's Beach and Rosemary Beach. It was one of those where I had to kind of travel quickly through it because I had the Panhandle meetup. So I'm going back there. That place was incredible. It's in one of my last videos this last week, but yeah, super amazing place. Going to go back. Suma says, your content is worth every penny, Amber. Thanks for the hard work. I'd pay just to watch Lily for a few minutes every day. Aw, Lily. She's such a ham, I swear, especially when she gets on that beach, right? Did you see one of the last ones that I did? I think it was one before last when I was on the beach in Pensacola. She face planted. She was running around so fast that she face planted into the sand and then jumped up and like shook her head off and then just kept running all over again. She's so funny. I love it when she does that. I laugh so hard. Brenda says, hey, dear lady, my Lily says hi to your Lily. Have a beautiful day. Oh, thank you, Lily. Lily says hi. Cynthia says, Amber, I love following you. Thank you so much. Catherine, happy birthday in May, 60. Woohoo. When in May? Mine's the 17th, and I know I share that with Alligator. Actually, her birthday is the 17th as well. Wait, is it Alligator? Yeah, Alligator. Tara, hello. So good to meet you. That's Farrah Fawcett. She was at our meetup too. It was so good to meet you. Cynthia says, are you sticking with a van or thinking of anything different? Also, why do you cook your oatmeal in a frying pan? I've never had that question before. Are you sticking with a van or thinking of something different? I'm sticking with a van for now. I've thought about building out a custom van maybe next year. I don't know, or just completely renovating this one. I'm still on the fence about that. And then the oatmeal, because I don't have a lot of pots and pans in here and it does the job. So yeah, you have to really be minimalist in a van. So I don't have, a pot and a pan and my, other stuff that I have. Although I guess I have 2 fry pans because I have a cast iron skillet and I also have that fry pan too. But yeah, the pots just take up more room because they're, they're taller. So that's why. Great question. Excuse me. Tony says, out of all of the U.S. van lifers, you are the best. It's your personality and story, not wanting to make you big-headed or anything. Oh, yeah, you're so far past that. No, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Oh, it's very humbling because there's a lot of great people out there. Really, there is. And I just appreciate everybody's kind comments with that. There's a stupid gnat that keeps flying around here. It's awful. And by the way, I'm hoping to get over to your area at some point too. So we'll see about that. David says, love the daily videos. It's a nice way to start my day after my daily devotion and prayer. I'm going to take your class as soon as I feel I'm being guided to full-time life on the road. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, absolutely. I'm always here if you need that. And I so appreciate that you like the daily videos. It was a very, very big decision for me to go to that. But I did, and I'm really loving it. And I'm glad that you are enjoying it as well and you're getting something out of it. So good luck on your decision with van life too, or RVing, whatever you decide. Ron says, thanks for commenting on my avatar. I'm not a horseman by any stretch, but do love them. The stars and the horses aligned perfectly in that moment, and click, got the shot. Yeah, it's beautiful. Really beautiful. So like professional looking. I love it when that happens. Ron says, I'm giggling about the Bonnies. Yeah. Uh-oh. I think I see someone. Where'd she go? Hold on. There she is. Where is Tiffany? Laughter is good for the soul. I laugh too at his comment. Where is Tiffany? You guys, go check her out. She is, so it's kind of interesting how we met. She was looking to start, well, she'd been traveling for a while. And then we connected when I kind of first started out. She was watching my channel. And I had a Patreon account at the time, and she was supporting me on Patreon. She's freaking phenomenal girl. Love her. And then she joined Escapers, and we actually were able to meet, I guess it was almost 2 years ago, wasn't it, Tiffany? And it was at the annual bash. And was that 2 years ago? Or anyways, you're a little over a year maybe. Anyways, met. She's amazing. She has a YouTube channel as well that's doing phenomenal. She's in a van as well, so go check out her channel. She's super positive girl, super, super positive. She's from Oklahoma, Southern girl too. And yeah, she goes to some really cool places, so go check her out. She's in a Travato, a Winnebago Travato. But yeah, I was talking to her this morning, actually. She's good to talk to you. She always makes me laugh a lot. JJ Jill says, okay, now I'm crying too. Haha, did the super chat for Bonnie too. She inspired me. Thanks. Thank you guys. I think you could make a whole show out of Waffle House, even sponsorship. Oh my gosh. I know, I probably could. I was actually thinking about, okay, I should go actually visit a Waffle House. So maybe I'll do, would that be funny if I like stopped at every single Waffle House that I saw in one day? Oh my God. I would have to like really, I don't know what I would do. Order like one piece of bacon. How's that? Or half of a waffle. I don't know. Can you do that? I'd have so much food. It's ridiculous. June says, I'm off to walk my dog Panda. Keep up the great work, Amber. Don't forget to thumbs up, everyone. Thank you so much, June. Have fun on your dog walk. Maury at Traveling Solo says, how far north on the coast will you go? All the way to Maine. Yeah, unless Canada surprisingly opens up. I don't know. I'd love to go to Prince Edward Island over there because I didn't make it over there in my last trip, so that would be fun too. So yeah, Maine. By the way, Maury, I always forget. I'm so horrible at this. I always like comment about people's channels who are on here. I talk about their channels. Maury moderates for me. He's actually a really good friend of mine too. He's been in a couple of my videos as well. When we were on the Pacific Coast Highway, we traveled a little bit together there for like a week. Excuse me. He has his own YouTube channel as well, Traveling Solo. And go check out his stuff. He's actually, so his channel is a bit different than mine. It may change later on. So he actually is really great at doing like modifications, repairing things, rebuilding things, modifications. You like can think of it. He knows how to do it. He's absolutely amazing. So go check out his channel as well. He actually had a Heimer, which is how we met. And he sold that and now has a Rialta, and he's been just doing some really cool upgrades on that. He's also installing like, well, maybe I shouldn't say. I'm not going to say because I don't want to give it away. I almost said it. He's doing some cool stuff to his new RV, so go check that out. Maury at Traveling Solo. So Maury, I apologize for not commenting about your stuff more than I have. But he's amazing. Great, really, really great friend. Oh, look, we have Linda. Linda, thank you so much for becoming a new member. I do have the YouTube memberships, by the way, guys. I don't talk about this stuff a lot because the Bonnies, you know, say that I'm e-begging. And that's what I'm actually going to call these from now on, the Bonnies. It's an inside joke to everybody who's on here and who's seen it. We'll have to explain it like every single video, right? But yeah, so YouTube membership, sorry. It's kind of like Patreon, but it's a great way for people to help support my channel and what I do. If you feel so inclined to, you absolutely don't have to, but if you feel inclined to, it's absolutely appreciated that you do that. So thank you, Linda, for that. What you get on there is you get more content from me. You also get live updates about where I'm at and pictures and videos. And depending on what level you decide to join at, I am doing some members only live streams. So we're gonna have that too. I'm actually trying to get that one together. I polled everybody this last week to find out when's the best time for all of us to get online with each other, because I really wanted to maximize that time with as many people as possible. So I'm still trying to get that one in the works. But yeah, it's just a great way, extra content and stuff. And I will be honest, like, as much as I hate to say this, like I do a lot more comments in the YouTube membership group, just because it's hard to always comment so much on all the comments that I have on my videos. So you get a little bit more, I guess, interaction is what I'm trying to say. Some kind of more back and forth. But anyway, it's just a perk. Don't get me wrong. I still like to do the comments and stuff in my regular videos without being a paid member. But it's just hard to, you know, as the channel grows, it just gets harder and harder to do stuff like that. So we don't really have the back and forth one-on-ones, if you will, or not one-on-ones, but back and forth. Okay, thank you. Teresa says, OMG, hello Amber, I just love you, Lily, your channel, safe travels. Thank you so much, Teresa, I appreciate it. Johnny's Journey, hello. Did you find many LGBTQ nomads out there? Yeah, all the time. In fact, some of my first nomad friends, this is before I ever even was part of Escapers. It was my first year out in 2017, and I was in New York. And I met my Lily and another dog met. That dog's name is Queenie. I was just walking her out at a park in New York on the coastline, and this fabulous couple was there, Mark and Grant. I met them. Our dogs met. So we met through our dogs, and they happened to be staying at the same campground that I was at, and they invited me back to their beautiful home. It was a log cabin when I made my way back from Maine. And so, yeah, we met up. I stayed with them for like a week. Amazing, amazing. And then, of course, you might have seen Tracy and Cruz, their video that I came out with not too long ago about them being a nomad and retiring from nomad life for a little while. So, yeah, you see all kinds of people out here, all kinds. Oops, sorry, I was distracted over there again. Okay, let's see. Nani says, oh, Noni. Sorry, Noni. Thank you for the pronunciation. Flying to Portland or Thursday to get my 2019 B and drive it back to Panama City, Florida. We'll have to find your spots in my area for boondocking. Oh, so cool. I'm so happy for you. That's great. You said 2019. Yeah, wait, sorry. That's going to be a long drive. Yeah, check out iOverlander and Campendium. That's where I find all of my places. They have great reviews and stuff in there. And then, of course, you can see my videos that has some of those places. I don't always share every place that I go to unless it's a fairly public place, only because, like, the unfortunate part about that and publicizing it on YouTube is that sometimes the sites just get really overrun and they'll close them down. And so, I don't always publicize that. So my best answer is just to go look on Campendium and iOverlander. Wilton Merritt, you haven't lived till you've been a dishwasher at a Jacksonville Waffle House, as I did. By the way, guys, love story chasing as well. Yeah, I bet you kept busy there. That's amazing. Good for you. See, now I really have to go to a Waffle House, right? You guys crack me up. Okay, let's see. Matthew says, could you touch on what you went through leaving your career and selling everything? Fear. Well, the selling everything part was, let's see. Well, the fear was that I wouldn't like this for some reason. I really thought that I would. I was about 95% sure, but I had never RV'd before I started. But I loved road trips. I always was taking road trips. I just kind of wished my house was always with me. So I don't know, there was a little bit of fear, like, oh my gosh, I'm selling everything that I own and my house, and what if this doesn't work out? What if I really hate it? Or, you know, whatever, all those little things go through your head. But I just really figured that I would love it. So I did it. I took the risk. So there was that. I just broke through kind of those barriers and did it. A lot of times that's how you overcome fear, is just by doing it. And so that I did. And I knew, in my mind, I always think about, like, what's the worst case scenario? And then I think about the best case scenario. So the worst case scenario for me was I would hate it. It would absolutely suck. I wouldn't like it at all. And I would have to go back into a sticks and bricks, which would be a very costly thing for me, considering that I just sold everything. So that was the worst case scenario. But is it still doable? Absolutely. It just set back a little bit financially. And then, but the best case scenario is that I would absolutely love it and get out there and really, enjoy it and be happy. And that's exactly what happened to me. The best case scenario happened. And so that's part of, again, pushing through those fears. Then the career, well, that actually, I was more fearful of that than actually going into RVing, because the company that I worked for is a very well sought after company to work for. They are amazing. And they approached me. They were actually my client before I ever started working for them. And they had approached me for a job. My good dear friend, Matt, who was also my boss there, he was, my client contact, and he hired me and basically gave me this tremendous career there at the Wolf Company that I will forever be grateful for. He saw something in me that I don't think I even knew I had in myself, and he really helped me with that. And to this day, we're still really great friends. And but it was, I had really good friends there. I had really good colleagues there. It was the highest paid I'd ever had in my whole life. It was the best job I'd ever had in my whole life. I had a lot of freedom within it, which might sound weird considering I decided to leave it and I was so stressed out by it. But it was a very dynamic, growing company, and the position that I was in required me to work a lot, and I was very stressed out from it. And I handle busyness and lots of things on my plate usually very well. But this was beyond anything I'd ever experienced in my life. Like, I've literally worked myself out of jobs because I'm so efficient in what I do. And I'm, I say that humbly. I'm not trying to boast or whatever, but it's just the truth of who I am in an accounting position. If I couldn't do that in, other areas, but I really had honed in on my craft and understood this industry, and accounting and property management, real estate was kind of my whole industry in my career. And so I really I kind of worked myself out of jobs before. And so anyways, this one was really amazing. And so to say that it was beyond what I could even fathom as far as stress and the workload is saying a lot. And so I had to leave. I just couldn't do it anymore. And it took me a while to get to that place because I was nervous to leave. I thought people are going to think I'm crazy leaving my job because it is such an amazing company and I'm making such good money. And I left a lot on the table. If you saw my video that I did on being in debt as an RVer, in that video, I told you that I walked away from a $75,000 profit sharing plan. It was a lot of money to walk away from, but it doesn't vest for each year that they put into it. It takes 5 years to fully vest. And I just was like, I call it the golden handcuffs. You guys might have heard that before, but it's the golden handcuffs. I got my insurance paid for. I didn't have to pay for insurance at all, health insurance. I had a profit sharing plan. Profit sharing plan, a 401k. I made really, really good money. I had a lot of freedom within my job. I had all of that. And still I walked away from it all because I just wasn't happy. And so again, overcoming the fear is really sometimes just by doing it. And so I did the same thing that I told you earlier, is I figured out what's the worst case scenario and the best case scenario. Worst case scenario for me is that I still needed a job, that my business wasn't successful, and that I still needed a job. And with my background in accounting, I could find a job anywhere. And the cool thing about being in an RV is you can go to where the jobs are. You don't have to be stuck in one particular city. So you can go to where the jobs are. So that was my worst case scenario. Best case scenario is everything works out and my business does really well and I don't run out of funds from all the money that I saved. And so it's actually worked out very well for me. But I push a lot, I'm a risk taker. I push. Negativity sometimes can push me. So negativity as in the fear of not having enough money or not my business crashing and not doing well and running out of savings pushes me to strive and do better and do more. So yeah, good question. All right. We have been on this for a long time now. What is it now? Over 2 hours. I usually only do an hour. So I'm going to finish up these questions here, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to run through these really quick. Let's see. Mary says, Oops, sorry. There it is. Yep. Mary says, what breed is Lily? She is a Whippet Terrier Chihuahua mix. Oh, thank you. Let's see. There's a Sandy Allen. Thank you so much. $6.99 super chat. Appreciate it, girl. She's amazing. She actually sent me my first book. It was the Empath book, 365 Days. I love it. Thank you so much for that. Tracy Kish says, we share a birthday too. Yes, we do. May 17th. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I gotta get through these quickly. Angela, could you please tell me what are the 3 kitchen utility things you feel you could do without? Couldn't do without? Oh, Lily. Everybody has a Lily. Thank you for enjoying my channel. The 3 kitchen utility things that you feel you could do without or can't. I'll say, okay, the things that I can't do without. My Vitamix blender is one. I love that. It's appliance. I get that. A knife. I have a knife, a big like chef knife that I cut vegetables and stuff. I can't do without that. I'm trying to think. What can I not do without? Jeez. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I didn't say this first. My coffee maker. It's my drip coffee. It's the, let's see. I can actually reach it from here. This one. Yeah. Love it. Can't do without that one. Those are probably my top ones. All right. Amy Day says, hi, Amber. Love watching your daily videos all the way from Australia. Wow. You really inspire me. You make your videos so fun and interesting. Thank you for the time and effort you put into your videos. Oh, you're so welcome. Thanks for watching all the way from Australia, too. I hope to get over there someday as well. Marina says, Marina, hi. So good to see you here. Do you get mice in your van? I have twice before. Well, actually one in this van and then one in my Class C. But it's far and few between. I do things to prevent them, but sometimes you still get them. So I check things though. I check, like, I'll get them under my hood. They'll chew wires there if you're not careful. So I always check under there. I only get them if I'm stationed somewhere for any length of time. So if I'm stationed is a weird word, from stationary in one place for, you know, more than say 4 or 5 days, I'll get them, or you can get them. When I move around as much as I do right now, I don't tend to get them. Okay. Ooh. Thank you, everybody. Marlene says, your videos give me the inspiration that it can be done. You're so welcome. Thank you. Angela says your channel is inspiration for an empath. Thank you so much. I'm going to talk more about the empath thing soon, too, because I think I'm going to correlate it to why van life or why RVing is so great for empaths, because I think that there's a great connection for me in that, at least. And so I want to share that with you. Suma says, Tiffany, love your channel too. Thank you. Tiffany's channel is amazing. Terry says, when you go to the Waffle House, get the pecan pancakes. Oh, Maury says, shucks. Yeah. The Landscaper. Hello. This is Matt over from the UK. Wales, exactly. Hey, Matt, how's it going? Yes, new hat. I got lots of new stuff when I was in Key West. I got 2 new hats and I got a new shirt. Got 2 shirts, actually. I'm going to have to start purging some clothes again. I got rid of 8 bags of stuff when I was in, where was I at? God, I'm itching again. 8 bags of stuff when I was in, where was that? Arizona, before I kind of made it out here. Yep. Okay, let's see, getting through here. The Waffle House is a hit, man. Waffle House is important for the Gulf Coast, especially during hurricane season. They're the last to close and first to reopen when storms come in. You need to visit at least one. I will. I'm going to. I promise. Okay. Everybody's saying they love her channel. Oh, Garbo Films. Oh my goodness. Thank you. $49.99. Always inspired watching you and Lily's adventures. Happy 50th birthday. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Kai, is that it? My doggo and doggo. And I look forward to meeting you both on the road one day. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, Lily, she's a trooper, man. She's good. Seems like she's been slowing down a little bit lately, though. I don't know what's going on. I mean, she's fun. She's fine when she goes out on the beach, but she's been sleeping a little bit more lately. Maybe she's tired like her mama. Sandy Allen, this is my first time using Super Chat, and the $6.99 just popped up. I'm embarrassed. Why? Next time I'll look for how to change that. Oh, don't be embarrassed. Look, any amount that you give is just amazing to me. I appreciate it. Don't be embarrassed by that. I appreciate everything. So yeah, don't. That's sad for me to think that you thought that. All right, guys. Let's see. I think we're done here. I'm at the very end. Ron, keep touching trees. They love you back. Take care and stay safe. See you next time. Thank you so much, Ron. I found some good trees. A really cool tree in Key West. But you'll have to wait till the video comes out about that one. All right, guys. That is it. It is 2:40 here. I've been on for a long time. But thank you so much for showing up to the live stream. I know it was kind of impromptu. And you guys keep story chasing out there. And you'll see the next video coming out tomorrow, guys. All right. Take care. Bye.